Hello. How's everybody doing out there tonight? All right, guys and ladies, this is Ivy, and I'm going to be your presenter today. So just want to welcome all of you out there in my econ land. Hope you're having a wonderful afternoon wherever you are. Hey, I'm here in hot Atlanta, and we've got some great things going on. So I just want to welcome you. Hey, it's Friday afternoon. We've had a great week. I tell you, this past week has absolutely been amazing. So, hey, we're just having a lot of fun here in my econ. You know, we're being safe, staying at home. You know, no in-person meetings are going on around the country, but we are absolutely getting it done online. So I just want to congratulate all of you out there today. All right, guys and ladies, I see we've got some people hopping on here at my econ tonight. Hey, we've got Mr. McBride. We've got Ken. It's going to be, I'm sure he's going to be a new Infinity real soon down in the great state of Louisiana. All right, we got the Smiths out of Arkansas. We got Demetria. We got Miss Singleton. All right, we've got Katrina. We're rocking and rolling, guys and ladies. You guys are hopping on a Friday night here in hot Atlanta. Hey, it's just about time for the My Econ kickoff, and we'll be ready to go here in just a moment. So just hold on, and we're ready to rock and roll. Hey, this is Ivy Stokes, CEO, Infinity, and co-founder of My Econ, and I am fired up and ready to be your presenter today. All right, I see Mr. Reed down in the great state of Arkansas. I see Peggy up in the great state of Michigan. All right, we are rocking and rolling from all over. We got Lemmy out there tonight. We got Miss LaShawna, great state of North Carolina. All right, we got Ioannis. We got Miss Mullins up in Virginia. All right, guys and ladies. Hey, we are just about ready to get started. We got Mr. Clopton just hopped on from down in the great state of Alabama. We got Mr. Muhammad. All right, and we got a Tricia. Many people are hopping on all over America here in my econ. Hey, guys and ladies, we're having some fun, enjoying ourselves, getting ready for a big day tomorrow. Remember, tomorrow at noon, I'll be on tomorrow at 12 noon with a My Econ presentation and some training for you tomorrow. So that's noon from about 12 noon till 1:15. So I'm excited about it. I hope all of you are too, and you're ready to rock and roll. Hey, I know you're doing great because I see the numbers coming in on the computer, man. That thing is popping all day long. So, you know, it's exciting. And with this new system, of course, we're not having the promos, but we'll start having them here in just a couple of, another 3 or 4 days. Once I can bring people in for the promos. I'm technically challenged, so you guys know that right out there. So I don't want to take any chances and mess something up when Mr. Collier is not with me today. But we've got a lot of great things going on, so we're going to keep it going here in my econ. Hey, one of the things that I'm seeing in my econs, I'm seeing, obviously we're doing more associates, more recruiting more people, moving more product. You know, we sold out of our Daily Ultimate product. But guys and ladies, the things that I'm really seeing even more is more people are putting people in. So I'm seeing some trends here in my econ that's absolutely amazing. As we get better in technology, as the economy, more and more people realize they need this economy to be able to, to turn around, and that they've got to take the bull by the horns themselves. Then, we're starting to see a lot more growth here in my econ. Hey, before I jump on to our My Econ business presentation tonight, I just want to take just a second and welcome all of our new guests out there. So if you're a brand new guest out there in My Econ tonight, I just want to welcome you because I know you're excited and motivated because one of our great associates asked you to get on this call, said you could hear some information that could help you change your life financially. Now, they were 100% correct because My Econ has helped tens of thousands of people improve their finances, and some of those people have gone on to become millionaires, right? So, that's always exciting. You see that? So we want to welcome you to the MyEcon family. And then, of course, we've got so many of our great veteran associates on tonight. And I want to welcome you also because you're the foundation and the lifeblood of MyEcon. Without you, we would not have MyEcon. There would be no MyEcon. And so I want to make sure that I welcome you out there also. And then, so remember, next Saturday from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m., next Saturday, that's May 2nd, we'll have our National Online Super Saturday. That's where we bring in great trainers from all over the country. We'll have a power field 3-hour training. So that's when you can get some more nuts and bolts about MyEcon. You can get your vision stretched in MyEcon, and you can hear some testimonies from some of our greatest associates around the country. And we're going to have some exciting ones, I can tell you, because we're going to have 8 or 10 new Infinities by then. And so they're going to really, really be excited. Now, the next thing I want to do before I jump right into our MyEcon presentation, and I just want to take a moment and talk about a financial principle. You know, it's cash flow. You hear that term cash flow all the time, you know. And one of the things you have to learn to do to be financially successful is take care of your cash flow. Now, why is cash flow and why is cash so important when it comes to finances, okay? In other words, a person could have $1 million. If you ask somebody on the street, you want $1 million of credit, you know, you want a credit card with $1 million on it, or you want $1 million in the bank in cash. Well, obviously, everybody's going to say that they want $1 million of cash because cash is important. Even if you ask somebody, do you want $1 million worth of real estate, paid for real estate, or do you want $1 million of cash? Well, most people are still going to say the cash because with cash, you can do some special things. And I'm giving you this little short presentation here because I want you to realize the power of cash flow, because sometimes in finances, you've got to be patient and build up your capital, build up your cash flow. Does that make sense? All right. So the bottom line is, you know, the number one thing that cash can do is cash can minimize risk. Okay. Warren Buffett, you know, he's, you know, the famous investor. Everybody knows who Warren Buffett is. He's worth $100 billion or more, some big number. And he wasn't born wealthy. And he's got half of his money in cash. Right now, he's sitting on about $122 billion. That's billion with a B in cash. And then, of course, he also is the primary investor in one of the biggest companies in the world, which is Berkshire Hathaway. Now, why would he keep so much cash? Because right now, things are tight, right? And so pretty soon when things get a little worse out here in America, what's he going to do? He's going to reach over there and bang, and he's going to start buying up discounted assets that are going down, assets that are struggling. And plus, it gives him the ability to sleep at night, right? Because if the stock goes down, if his real estate goes down, if they make a bad trade, it's not a big deal. Why? Because he's got some cash, right? So cash is important. The other thing you can do with cash is you can buy and leverage assets. In other words, you can take $20,000 and you can go out and make a down payment on a $200,000 house, you know, if you got good credit, and now you can buy and control an asset with that cash. So typically you can buy or control an asset that's 5 to 10 times more than what your cash is. That's what real estate investing is all about. You take $20,000, you make a down payment on a $100,000 house, and you finance the other $80,000, so you only had to use $20,000 of your cash. Okay, that's why the question about would you rather have $1 million of real estate or would you rather have $1 million of cash? Most people would say cash because they could take the $1 million of cash and they could go buy 5 times or maybe 10 times as much real estate and control it that way. And then, of course, the last thing cash can do is cash can help you generate more cash. That's what we do in MyEcon. Cash, asset, cash. You get some cash, you buy, build an asset that brings you more cash. So cash is very, very important to everybody's finances. And that's one of the things that we focus on in MyEcon. So get that mindset, you know, building cash. You know, you build your emergency fund. We always say do that. You know, at least $3,000. And then build a 3 to 6 month emergency fund. Don't be in such a hurry to just go out and invest just because stocks at a discount, oil's at a discount, things are down. Build your cash and wait and be patient, and you'll still hit it big. So just be a little bit patient. So I'm going to go ahead on and bring up our PowerPoint for the night so we can get started, and we'll be ready to rock and roll. All right, guys and ladies, this is Ivy, and we're just about ready to get started with our My Econ presentation. Hey, I just wanted to share that with you because I get people every day that says, Ivy, should I invest right now? Well, I would wait a little bit. I'd build up my cash. Why take risks, right? I mean, this thing is far, far from over. And we've already welcomed our first-time guests out there. We welcome our veteran associates out there. And we welcome the whole world to come look at My Econ. And, of course, my name is Ivy Stokes. I'm CEO of Infinity, co-founder of My Econ, and I'm going to be your presenter tonight. Now, we call ourselves My Econ because that's short for My Economy, because we believe everybody in every institution has an economy, and the strategies that you use, the decisions that you make will determine where you end up at financially, okay? Now, so the bottom line, guys and ladies, you got the U.S. economy, you got the world economy, your state economy, the city that you're in, all the way down to your household, and you've got to make the right moves determined to get where you want to be. We just talked about one move just a moment ago, right? Really focus on building up your cash. I know right now some people have lost their jobs and they're struggling financially. I don't want to minimize that pain for anybody, because I know that's serious, but I'm saying, to the best of your ability, build cash over the next 6 months, even 9 months, because there's going to be a lot of discounted assets out there even next year. So if you don't have any cash, don't be impatient. Don't worry about it. You got time to get some cash and put yourself in position to make some great investments next year. Okay? So the bottom line, that's what we're doing in My Econ, just taking care of our cash and our cash flow. Now, of course, My Econ is a 15-year-old debt-free, technology-driven company based here in Atlanta, and we've helped our associates generate over $500 million in cash flow, guys and ladies, $500 million. And we're just getting started. You know why? Because the economy, and because there's so many people in America that can benefit from what we're doing. You see, here's the bottom line. Americans have more debt, okay, than at any other time in history. Personal debt, corporate debt, and government debt. But not only America, markets around the world are in the same position. So there's going to be a lot of financial pain, and it's not going to be 2 months or 3 months or 6 months and everything's going to snap back. It's going to be for 2, 3, or 4 years. So you've got time to get your finances together, get some cash, make some moves, and end up financially successful. And that's what we focus on in My Econ, is helping people attain personal financial success. Now, personal financial success is simply having enough cash flow to support our lifestyle during our working years and during our retirement years. To do that, we've got to have 3 things. We've got to have money to support our lifestyle, our everyday living expenses. Number 2, we've got to have an emergency fund with 3 to 6 months of living expenses in there. So if there's an emergency, we can reach back and get that money and we don't have to worry about it, okay? And then 3rd, we got to have long-term retirement. Now, even when you look at a company, okay, a company has got to have day-to-day operating capital. Instead of lifestyle, they call it operating capital. But a company's also got to have an emergency fund. They got to have cash laid up so that if something happens, they can make it through. You see billion-dollar companies right now that didn't do that, and they're in a mess, okay? And so that can be on a personal basis. That can be on a business basis, okay? So, but the bottom line, guys and ladies, is this, is we focus on the personal here in My Econ, okay? Helping everybody attain personal financial success. Now, you would think that in America, everybody would be doing great because America, before this pandemic, was the wealthiest country in the world. There was nobody even close. America controlled over 25% of the world's wealth. There was over 12 million millionaires in America, and over 1,000 people a day were becoming millionaires in America. Now, this is what I want you to understand, okay? I don't want you to just sit back and just focus on what's going on right now, because moves that you made last year or 2 years ago or 5 years ago, they're affecting your life right now. So I want you to think about what moves you can make now that's going to affect your life 12 months from now, 18 months from now, 36 months from now. Because I want you to understand, okay? In 18 to 36 months, the economy is going to be growing, okay? You know, things are going to come back, but you want to be in position to be able to take advantage of that. You don't want a whole bunch of debt. You're going to need some capital to be able to get that done. Now, MyEcon's got a solution to help you get there. What is that solution? That solution is more cash and smart financial strategies. Now, you might be saying, okay, Ivy, tell us about it. How is more cash flow and smart financial strategies going to put me in a position to win? Well, here's why. Okay, number one, you get some extra cash. Let's say you got an extra $500 or $1,000 a month or more. Now, some people think they need $10,000 or $50,000 or $25,000 a month, but that's a dangerous thought, because a person don't always have the ability to do that, but you have the ability to generate extra $500 or $1,000 or even more. Now you take that cash and start using it with smart financial strategies, because remember I said one of the things you can do with cash is what? Generate more cash. So let's take that cash flow, bang, and let's start paying down our debts in a reverse snowball. Does that make sense? So every month you're paying down those debts. Well, when the debt's gone, the money that formerly went out to payments every single month stays in your household, and bang, you're in a much better shape financially. Or you start investing that extra cash, pretty soon it'll start to build you another income stream, and you still end up in a great financial position. So you can see some extra cash flow, and applying it to smart financial strategies can put you in a position to attain personal financial success. Now, that's very important because it's practical. You see, many times when people want to improve their finances, they go out on the web, they start looking around, they ask a friend, they talk to somebody. The next thing you know, they spend $1,000 on a kit. Or the next thing you know, they spend $1,000 going to a conference. Or, you know, they spend $1,000 going somewhere to find out the secrets to the secrets to the secrets. In other words, they end up in a bigger mess than they started with, and they lost something very valuable, which was their cash. But see, MyEcon's practical. MyEcon's practical because you can get started for pennies on the dollar. And so anybody can get started, and you don't have to go out there and risk a lot of money. You don't have to go out there and put yourself in a bad financial position to take advantage of MyEcon's financial strategy. As a matter of fact, we're so practical, we're even going to show you how to generate the extra cash flow. Let me show you what I mean. We've got two ways. The first way is through our income shifting membership. And that's a membership, maybe like your gym membership or your Netflix or some other membership. But this is the membership that pays you money. It pays you money because inside the membership, there's 5 smart financial strategies. And when you apply those strategies to your finances, guess what? Those strategies generate more cash flow to you. So think about it like this, okay? If you got less debt, you'll have more cash. If you pay less tax, you'll have more cash. Now, even a situation like this pandemic's going on, you might even have to minimize expenses. Okay, that's taking cash from other companies that you normally would spend to, and that brings more cash back into your pocket, okay? So when you start using those strategies, you're going to get more cash back into your household using the money that you already have, and that's why we say this is the membership that pays you money, okay? The second way you can get money with this is refer to other people. There are millions and millions and millions of people who are out there who are looking for ways to improve their finances. And they're boxed in. They're boxed in because if they go to a financial advisor, they want $500 to $2,500 just to do an analysis. And then you know they're going to try to sell them some insurance or a mutual fund or some other or annuity or some other financial product that's going to have big fees. Well, they went there for help because they needed money. None of the advice that the financial advisor could give them was going to help them. I'm not saying anything bad about financial advisors because the financial advisor is great when you got some cash. But if you don't have cash, then you need a different strategy, okay? Ask any reputable financial advisor, they'll tell you the same thing that I'm saying. Well, guess what? 78% of the people in America live paycheck to paycheck. You know the number's going to grow, so they need cash now. Okay? So what are we going to do? We're going to refer them to membership, explain it to them. When they become a MyEcon associate or a MyEcon member, then you earn business income, upfront money and long-term residual income. So that's the second way to get cash flow in MyEcon. Now, let's talk a little bit about this income shifting membership and these 5 smart cash flow strategies, okay? The first strategy is correct tax withholding. Now, this strategy is powerful because according to the IRS, over 100 million employees have too much money taken out their paycheck for taxes. Now, that happens because when we start jobs, we're asked to fill out a form called the W-4. The idea is you fill the form out, you turn it into your employer. It tells your employer how much money to take out of each paycheck for taxes. Then when they take that money out, they send it to the IRS, which prepays your tax bill. Now, with the idea being at the end of the year, you don't owe the IRS does not owe you. Unfortunately, the form has poor instructions. Nobody helps, so most people fill it out incorrectly. When they do that and too much money is taken out for taxes, the employee loses money. They lose money because obviously had that money in their paycheck, they could have used it for debt elimination, investing, or even lifestyle. So literally every day in MyEcon, we help hundreds of people correct their W-4, and we see them increase their take-home pay. Now, guys and ladies, that's the first way to put cash in your pocket in MyEcon. Because it never makes sense to let somebody else, in this example, the IRS, hold your cash, make money with your cash, and you don't get any of the money, okay? So that's just a smart financial strategy. The second strategy is minimize taxes via our cash flow manager and business system. Now, this is my favorite, and it's a big one, okay? Why? Because, see, when you become a MyEcon associate, you also become a business owner. As a business owner, you have access to many, many more tax deductions than you do if you're an employee only. Now, that's right, if you're brand new out there. Even if you still got your job and you start a part-time home-based business, you get both sets of deductions. You get the personal deductions and you get the business deductions, okay? So that's sounding good already, but here's the best part. Many of those potential deductions are things that you would spend money on even if you didn't have a business, okay? You see, because many times people hear us talking about tax deductions, and what they're hearing, because they don't understand, is, well, yeah, but I got to spend money to get a tax deduction. No, you're already spending the money. Let me show you what I mean. Okay? What about your cell phone? You're already paying for it. What about internet access? You're already paying for it. What about your vehicle? You're already paying for it. You're already driving it. So what you want to do now, because you can use those things in your business, they can become tax deductible, save you money on taxes, put cash back in your pocket. As a matter of fact, as a home-based business owner, you can even qualify to write off part of your rent or part of your mortgage, okay? Where you're already paying those things too. You can even hire your children. You see, with our children, our grandchildren, we pay for school clothes, spending money, lunch money, all kinds of expenses. Well, guess what? Let's hire them into the business, okay? Now, what can they help us do? Well, they can help us with advertising. You can take a picture, put it on your website, put it on your business card, put it on flyers. You can do a cool saying there like Mama's Motivation or some other cool saying you've got, and they can help you with advertising. They can help you with social media. You can pay them up to $12,000 a year, and the child won't owe any taxes at the end of the year, and the parents get the tax deduction of the $12,000. Now, I'm not advising you to go out and immediately just hire your child and take a $12,000 deduction if you're not trying to do the business and you're not generating any cash flow in your business, okay? First of all, it wouldn't be necessary and it wouldn't be legal to do that because it has to be reasonable, okay? So you don't have to worry about all these distinctions, though. Why? Because when you get in MyEcon, we're going to teach you every deduction that you can get with your home-based business. And we're going to do it right from the IRS's website. As a matter of fact, we're even going to give you an app to keep up with your business records. It comes on your smartphone, tablet, and computer. Income, expenses, receipts, and also mileage because it's got a GPS tracker with it. So bottom line, guys and ladies, minimizing taxes is a big deal. This is my favorite because I get my taxes way under 10%. And for many years, I was at 0 or 1 or 2 or 3%. And so that saves me a tremendous amount of money. And think about it this way, okay? 379 of the 500 largest public companies in America, we're talking billion-dollar companies like Amazon, Delta Airlines, made billions last year and paid no taxes. So surely you ought to be able to use this strategy to save $3,000 to $5,000 or more in taxes. Put that cash in your pocket. Now you got some cash, and I already showed you earlier and talked to you earlier tonight about what you can do with it. Use that cash to make you some more cash. Now, the third strategy, it needs no introduction, debt elimination. Everybody knows it's better to not have debt than to have debt if you can get in that position, right? So we show you how to get rid of debt, okay? We provide every associate with a debt elimination software, debt elimination training, and extra cash from the strategy and from the business so you can pay that debt off quickly. And then, of course, when the debt's gone, the money that you were formerly paying to your creditors every month stays in your household, and you are in a better position. And we've had tens of thousands of people in my econ that's done great with this strategy. And some of those people then started taking that money and investing it and became millionaires. You see, here's the bottom line. Your money is going to make somebody rich. It might as well be you. Somebody's going to get rich on your cash flow, okay? So you say, well, Ivy, I don't quite understand. Well, let me help you with it, okay? If you're sitting there paying out $5,000, $6,000, $7,000 a month, and most of that month's going to interest on debt, then you know who you're making wealthy? Your creditors, okay? Get rid of the debt. You get to keep that money, and now you start putting it into something that you own, stocks, bonds, mutual funds, real estate, and you get wealthy. It's just that simple. Your money's going to make somebody rich, and so I know you want it to be you. The first strategy is build great credit. Now, credit is a two-edged sword, right? It can hurt us and it can help us. We all know how it hurts us, right? So we don't have to go into that. But let me show you how it can help you. See, if you got great credit, you can make lesser down payments on big purchases. You pay less interest on credit cards. You buy cars at less interest rates. You can buy a real estate faster and build up equity quicker when you rent it out to renters. So we teach everybody in my econ how to build a great credit score. And I know there's a lot of people out there and they're like, well, I don't want to have to learn anything. I don't want to have to do anything. I just want to hire somebody else to do it for me. And you got plenty of companies that'll charge you $100 a month, $75 a month, $500, $1,000. And guys and ladies, you're giving them a valuable asset. You're giving them your cash because they're going to build it up. Their marketers, they're going to say, well, we got a special algorithm. We got something special. We can get you a better score. But not really. Number one, you got to know how your own finances work if you want to be taken care of correctly. But number two, no credit repair person has a hotline with the credit bureau. Okay? They can't call somebody up there and say, fix this, or fix this. They don't have a special department to go to. All they can do is mail a letter. And we got the letters, okay? So all you do is download the letters, put your information on it, sign it, drop it in the mail. And here's the national statistic. 79% of all of the things that people request to be removed from their credit score get removed. 79%. So the bottom line, guys and ladies, is you can fix your own credit. And in my econ, we show you everything you need to do that. And it's even tax deductible because it's in our business, and you use your business after you fix your credit to advertise to other people to help them fix theirs. So the bottom line is you can serve your cash flow. And we've got tens of thousands of successful people in my econ that have successfully fixed their credit. And guys and ladies, you can do the same thing. And then my second favorite strategy is investment education. Why? Because everybody's got to be an investor in the end. The only way you can ever have a retirement, the only way you can ever have an emergency fund, the only way you can ever have passive income so you don't have to go to work every day is you become an investor. So we teach everybody investment terminology so you know what's going on, investment strategies so you know what to do. Now, my favorite strategy is own a piece of America, okay? Why? Because as consumers, we spend hundreds of thousands of dollars during our lifetime, with big American companies, AT&T, Verizon, Walgreens, big companies. They're going to be there tomorrow, right? Yeah, have you seen anybody throwing their phones away? No. Have you seen people stop buying phones? No. So we're going to communicate. So the bottom line, those companies are going to be there. Well, you shift some of that spending into buying stock in those companies, and now you own a piece of America because you own a piece of the companies that run America. It's just that simple. And nowadays, it's so easy. You can open up a brokerage account for free. Fidelity, TD Ameritrade, any of those companies, right? And you can buy as little as one stock at a time. There's even apps out there you can start investing $5 at a time. It just makes sense. You see, the bottom line is to be a great investor, the first thing you have to have is intent. You got to say by intent, I'm going to start investing. I'm just not going to spend all of my money as a consumer. I don't care how little I got, how much I got. Some of my money is going to buy something for me. Now, that's 5 strategies that put cash back in your pocket, okay? And that's why we say this is the membership that pays you money. And not only is it the membership that pays you money, it's the #1 financial product in America. Why? Because it puts money in people's pocket, not take money out of their pocket. So let's look at the final way we get paid on MyEcon. Now, MyEcon has a world-class compensation plan, guys and ladies. It's world-class because we do a direct deposit every single Friday. I know some of you got yours today. You're happy. Next week, you'll be even happier because it's DTR week. So I'm excited about that myself, right? Because I'm a rep. I'm a co-founder of the company, but I'm a rep, and I get paid just like all of you do. I have a distributorship. And, man, I love building that thing. I've been building it for years and years and years. But our system is also world-class because we make money simply enrolling people into the membership and asking those members to refer the membership to other people. So it goes viral. You start getting help with getting more members and making more money. Now, here's the best part, guys and ladies. You can get started with the entire MyEcon membership. And let me say it another way. You can help somebody else get started in MyEcon, and they can do that for just $29.95. Now, that's an amazing price. Most companies out there, $199, $299, $599, crazy numbers. We're $29.95, okay? Now, you get the entire income shifting membership, plus you get the business income system. So you have a chance to change your finances and make money in the business. Every time somebody enrolls, you get paid. You get $25 on personal enrollees, up to $7 on team enrollees, and up to $8 monthly residual income on each active member on your team. Now imagine 25, 50, even 100 new members enrolling on your team weekly. Now, guys and ladies, this happens to many people in MyEcon every week because it's team building, it's team wealth. You see, as you build your team, you got help. We got teams in MyEcon that's got 3,000, 5,000, 7,000 people. So for them to get 100 people or 500 people in a week, it's no big deal. But even when you get 50 people, your team can start to grow. So just think about it. That's called leveraged and residual income. You start getting help with making money. You see, on your job, you're being leveraged. You help your employer make money, okay? Well, even just in society, you see it right now. 6 months ago when the economy was great, man, America didn't think much of an employee. Man, they didn't think much of a consumer. There was a whole section of society. They was like, whatever. But now they need to get back. They need you back in the stores. Now they need you back in the jobs because they lost trillions. You see, we're always being leveraged because in a capitalistic society like we have in America, you're always helping somebody else make money. You don't have any say-so in that because you have to live. You have to make money. But the question is anybody helping you make money other than you? The only way to put yourself in position to do that is to become a business owner or an investor. And in my econ, you can do both for pennies on the dollar. Let me give you some big numbers, okay? Now, we pay out 164% of each week's sales revenue. Okay, they pay $29.95 to get started. We pay out $49 immediately. Why? Because we know many of our members are going to stick with us for years, not months. We'll get the money back long term. We've been doing it for 15 years. 164%. See, they pay $29.95 to get started. We pay $49.95. The person that did the work get $25, and 5 other people get paid. Now, most companies, they charge $199, they pay out $100. Or they charge $299, they pay out $125. They pay out 50%. My econ's paying out 164% up front. And then on the repeat sales, the residual, we pay out 74% of the revenue. Nobody's even close to our comp plan in America today. Now, we also have, let's look at how this plays out in numbers. 10 new memberships a week can pay you up to $250 a week. Well, there's 50 weeks in a year. So you could have 500 members on your team by the end of the year, and that would pay you an additional $3,500 in monthly residual income. Now, 50 new members could pay you over $1,250 a week, okay, and up to $20,000 in monthly residual income. 250 could get you real serious, over $6,000 a week, and up to $100,000 in monthly residual income. Now, if we didn't have anything else, we could build a world-class, multi-billion-dollar company. But we've got even more, okay? Because we've got other retail products. We got identity theft. We got roadside service. We got a mall with 1,000 stores and millions of products. You earn up to 50% on personal retail sales and up to 13% on team sales. All you do is refer people to the website. They buy. The company takes care of customer service, ships everything to them, and you get paid. Now, guys and ladies, that's an easy way to make money. That's called affiliate marketing, okay? You're just handling the marketing, and the company takes care of everything else. So let's think about all of this for a moment, okay? It's Friday night, okay? But we have weekly commissions, so you can sign up tonight, get somebody on your team, or sell a membership before midnight tonight. You have a check in your bank account next Friday. We cut everything off on midnight. Boom, we pay it out the next Friday. Weekly paychecks. It's fast. Then we have monthly residual income. Now, that's what we call compounding income. That's the income that's going to make you wealthy. There's only so many hours in a day. You only got so much energy. So you got to compound. See, on a job, that's called linear pay. You work 40 hours, you get paid 40 hours. You work 60 hours, you get paid 60 hours. But you don't have to get paid on that again. Well, in a residual system, you work in January, you get paid in January. You work in February, you get paid in February, but you get paid on what you did in January again. You work in March, you get paid in March, but you also get paid on what you did in February and what you did in January again. Over and over and over, residual, repeat. And that's what starts to help you become wealthy. That's what builds you a high 6 or 7 figure income, the pay system. See, there's nothing wrong with a job. A job is a blessing. Okay? Millions of people have done well in jobs. Millions of people are going to do great. But the beauty of this is you can keep your job because that's making you a living. You can come over here with this system and start to build your wealth. Now, and then finally, you've got the income shifting membership. Now, that's the membership that pays you because of the 5 smart cash flow strategies. You're going to rearrange or reorganize your current finances and keep more cash. That's where you're going to lower your taxes, get rid of debt, improve your credit, and make wise investments. Now, when you get started in My Econ, you're going to get our personalized website. You can use that to access the membership for yourself and share it with other people. But you're also going to get our world-class business system. It's world-class because why? You can do business anywhere in the world in your smartphone, your tablet, or your computer. We got a whole team of people that work on the website all the time. We keep up with marketing. We're always improving. And you've got a world-class system that you can present to somebody else. So you don't have to worry about doing everything in a business. We take care of our part. You take care of your part. And then finally, you get our income shifting membership. The number one financial product in America today, the product that puts money in your pocket, not take money out your pocket. Now remember, in that membership, you have the tax withholding credit, so you can check your W-4 and see if you can get more cash added to your paycheck as early as your next payday on your job. You get the cash flow manager to keep up with all your business record, income, expenses, receipts, and even mileage. You get the debt elimination software. You get the My Credit building system. You get the investment education training. And you're going to get all of it at an amazing price. You can get started for just $29.95, guys and ladies. That's an unheard of, amazing price. We do it here in MyEcon. Nobody else is even close. Why? Well, I just want to think about it for a minute. Okay? There's a reason that Walmart's the best, is the number one retailer in the world. It's called price. There's a reason that Amazon is the number one online market in the world. It's called price. And you know what? MyEcon is growing into becoming one of the great companies in America today because of price and the quality of our membership and our income opportunity. $29.95 to get started. 30 days later, you start paying $34.95 monthly licensing fee, and that's what we use to pay out the commissions, okay, those residual commissions and those upfront commissions, okay, guys and ladies? So when you start to think about all of this, okay, for about $1.16 a day, you've got the opportunity to rearrange or restructure your current finances to put thousands of dollars in your pocket. Could you imagine saving $5,000 a year for 20 years? Now, that's $100,000. What could you do by rerouting that money into real estate, or using that money to pay off your mortgage, okay? Or putting that money into your retirement account, okay? Or paying your debts off 10 years earlier, okay? You see, when you start making those kinds of financial moves, they can serve cash back to you, which changes your life. See, think about it for a moment. America's the wealthiest country in the world, but we got a mess over here financially. People, the average person, if somebody makes $50,000 a year, and most people making more than that, in their household, for 40 years, okay, and most people work longer than that because we start working, they say at 25, but most of you started before 25, I know I did, and you're supposed to work till you're 65, and most people work longer than that, but $50,000 a year for 40 years, that's $2 million. The average American, they make $2, $3, $4 million in their working lifetime, and they end up almost broke or broke. So that tells us that something's got to change to attain personal financial success. And that's what MyEcon was built on. See, I was a financial advisor before I got into MyEcon, before I started this company. And I would meet with people all day long for years. And I saw the same pattern over and over. They needed money in, not money out. So I said, I'm on the wrong end. I need a new strategy. So I just started to teach this strategy. And then eventually it got big. We turned it into a business. So think about it. $29.95 one time. And then $34.95 monthly. A little over, it's about $1.16 a day. You can restructure your finances and put thousands of dollars in your pocket. And then also share it with other people, refer to membership, and build great business income. And there's one thing that makes it even better. You can get the government to pay the bill. You says, come on now, Ivy. You can get the government to pay the bill. How? Well, our government gives incentives for people to go in business, because what makes our economy go is when more people have businesses. See, lots of people look for jobs, but for somebody to find a job, somebody's got to have a business. So our government gives people incentives, big incentives, to go into business. Now, those incentives, most of them come in the form of tax deductions. So they let you write things off in business that you can't write off on your personal taxes. And when you become a MyEcon business owner, now you can qualify for those tax deductions that I talked about, like part of your rent, part of your mortgage, your cell phone, your internet access, and so on. So think about it. If you can save $3,000 to $5,000 a year on taxes, and it only costs you $300 to $500 a year to run your MyEcon business, now that means you're making more on the tax savings than it's costing you to have your business, And that's when we say the government paid the bill. So if you're a brand new, first-time guest out there tonight, and you're hearing this for the first time, guys and ladies, I want you to think about that for a moment. The government will pay you to run a fully engaged home-based business. See, we're not talking about a hustle. See, we're not talking about, some get-over deal where you just say, I'm a business owner, you get money. No, you got to have a legitimate business. You got to be a fully engaged business owner with what we're doing here in my econ, and you can qualify for all these tax deductions. I've been doing it for over 40 years. We've got tens of thousands of people that's been doing it for years and years. So just think about that for a moment. So sometimes people say, well, I can't afford to get in business. No, that's the wrong way. You can't afford not to get in business, because if you don't get in business, you're going to overpay your taxes. If you don't get in business, you're never going to get any leveraged income. You're just going to go around your whole life helping somebody else make money. Nobody's going to help you make money. So if you're here tonight for the very first time, call the person, text them, email them, send a smoke signal, something, and let them know that you're ready to get started changing your finances. So get back. Well, whoever invited you, sign up tonight. Call a friend and tell them about it before midnight tonight. And let's rock and roll and change your life. See, that's what I did. I started with $10 and turned it into millions. And I felt many, many other people do the same thing. So I appreciate all of you getting on tonight. I hope you enjoyed this as much as I did. I had a lot of fun. I enjoyed it. And guys and ladies, there's no better thing for our finances than getting in business, taking advantage of all the government's tax deductions, taking advantage of all of these benefits that you can have as a business owner, and totally changing your finances financially. So you can't have your strategy in America be, well, I'm just going to work hard and hope it all work out, because it ain't going to work out. It's not going to work out if all you're going to do in America is go work hard, or if all you're going to do in America is just get an education or get a degree and work hard and hope it work out. It ain't going to work out. So go work it out. Call the person back. Get signed up. Get started with your My Econ training, and then you work it out. Good night, and God bless you. This is Ivy. I'll see you tomorrow at noon. Bye-bye.